Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 3 on the Series X, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 5-1. It is entitled Home Away from Home. So they give you the semblance that you can do this stealthily, and it can be done stealthily. And what I mean, not the entire room, but there's like a line of 5 or 6 Theron guards that I'll be pointing out in just a minute. There's a boom shot over here if you want to pick that up. But I did use the magnification feature on the Series X to zoom in. It's not in the footage, but I did it on my own time, and just to see what they do. You'll see the long line of them in just a second. Although I think they start firing at me with no provocation. See them up there? It's ridiculous. But what they do is they walk over to where we are, and then they go up the train platform. And I think, don't hold me to it, but it's just a educated guess. I think they unspawn when they get to the top of the train car station. So it would be an easier fight that way. But to get the stealth to work, it's just incredibly finicky. So one tip I could give you, I guess, is when you do start the level, don't even go up the first flight of stairs. Just stay back as much as you possibly can. But you can't depend on it even then, because your teammates could start firing. I just have no... it's just very strange. But as I say, you can't stealth the entire room because there is a tripwire point that I'm not going to cross over here because I don't like this side. It's a little dangerous. But in just a moment, I'm going to go on the opposite side. What was that all about? I mean, Jesus. What, was a leaf blocking my shot right there? Here's another long shot over here and some more frags. But I'm gonna pick this up, and then I'm gonna run to the other side where I feel a little bit more safe. I tell you, I've never got killed to torque bows as much as I have on this fight. But I still like the fight. So come on up here, and the tripwire point is approximately where the long shot is down here, right over here. So I would recommend falling back, maybe even equip the torque bow so that you can one hit swipe kill the wretches, because you're gonna have wretches pathfinding their way over to you, and you need to be careful of any torques, and you need to be careful of the guy on the turret. Fortunately, he does not get replacements. And I think I just took care of the guy on the turret, but I can't be sure. Maybe not. But just look out for those wretches, because they, oh, there he is. They come down the stairs leading up to the railway. And if you don't want to do that, you can just use your snub and take them out, or your lancer, what have you. So it looks like the wretches are taking their time to come over here, but you can hear the pitter-patter of their feet. Yeah, this is a long fight too. This is a 7-minute fight, and once all but one of the enemies has been killed, you're going to have one enemy that digs in. He's going to be a torque bow guy, most likely. Okay. It looks like the wretches have not come yet. Eventually they will. There's the guy that digs in. Come on, wretches. There's somebody else over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those guys unspawn. But I, it's it's just not reliable is a total understatement. I've done it once. Maybe you need to restart the chapter because I was resetting the checkpoint every time. I have no idea. Maybe if you do a fresh restart of the chapter, it'll work on the first time. And I'm being very careful over here because these guys can get some pretty cruel angles on you and put you down for the dog you are, at least in their eyes. So I imagine if you do kill the guy that is dug in and you haven't killed any wretches, the wretches could be the final enemies that you kill. But definitely, I'm recommending the torque bow to melee the wretches because it only takes one hit, whereas some of the other weapons it can take up to 3 hits if you're not good at connecting to them. And it's difficult to see where enemies are too. So scan the environment, keep clicking that spotting button, see if you can spot them. And those wretches are coming. They're coming. I hate wretches, though. I really do hate wretches. There they come. Here he is. I think the Retro Lancer, the bayonet charge, I bet that could one-hit kill them too, because the logic is if it has a blade on it, it's more powerful. The boom shot can't one hit kill the wretches, not in this game anyway. And I think we did kill that last Theron that was dug in, unless he's still up here hiding somewhere. So, okay, looks like the fight's over because the teammates went forward. We have a nice checkpoint. That's a really good checkpoint right there. Okay, so there's going to be a train that comes, and the furthest car to the left has a, I think it's got a mulcher enemy on it or a guy in the turret, one of those two. But it also has a huge tank that if you hit it, it will blow up. It takes a fair bit of ammunition to blow it up, though, so I would recommend shooting a boom at it or a torque arrow. So don't mess around with the mulcher. Just shoot the tank, and it will blow up. And then quickly grab anything that you need to because you're going to be taken out of this area. And now there's a secret cache of items over here behind this box. But I don't think there's that much good stuff in here. I think is it a one-shot that's in here? Yeah, there's a one-shot, there's some lancers, and then there's some shotguns, and then there's infinite pile of ammo. To be honest, we're going to be getting the silverback in just a moment, like a couple seconds actually, so why anybody would want to lug around a one-shot is beyond me. You know what I mean? Because it's a heavy weapon and you go so goddamn slow. And even on this thing you go so slow. Not the running speed, I mean, but the sensitivity, the look sensitivity. It's awful. So you'll want to try to preserve the silverback's HP as much as possible. One of the things that can get you outright killed is a boom. So there's going to be at least one boomer coming up. So you'll definitely need to take him out. You don't have to get on. I think you have to. Yeah, you do have to get on the silverback, at least to open the door. at any point now, you can get off it, and you don't need it, but it's very helpful. So there's going to just be some guards down here to take care of. Just keep an eye on your machine's integrity. And we have a Reaver over here, so I would recommend pressing A to go into rocket mode and shooting that one down. There's another Reaver that's coming up too, but we're going to have to do quite a bit of fighting to get to him. So fortunately, you get a nice checkpoint over here as well. I'm going to jump off the silverback because I'm going to be taking the right route to flank enemies. And if you come down here with the silverback, you run the risk of the boomer hitting you and possibly just outright killing you, you know. And I do mean that. It'll outright kill you. You can't jump off and try to roll away and survive. A moment ago, I almost got killed, and it should have taken more damage off as well, but I guess I was well enough behind cover. So there's his boom right there. I think I'm just going to give it to somebody, because for most of this campaign, my teammates have just been going around using snubs and Boltox and other assorted garbage. Definitely pick up that long shot. It's quite helpful. So now we can go down here. There's going to be a guy on a turret over here, though. So probably want to snipe him. There we go. So satisfying. And then you're going to have a few more enemies to kill before the Reaver. You can go on the turret if you want to, but I really wouldn't recommend it. I'm getting off over here just to see, you know, if I can hit anybody. And this is the reason I don't recommend it, is because they're higher up, and you know, we're down here, and we really can't hit anybody well from down here. So it was a thought. It was an idea. It turned out to be a bad idea, but I'm sorry that it wasted your time. But when you come up here, just be ready to kill any of these guys that you see over here. And in just a moment, you are going to be face to face with that Reaver, and he takes more than just one shot too. He takes a couple rockets, so make sure that you have all your rockets reloaded so that you don't just stand there and not have any recourse to shoot him. Okay, so yeah, just one more guard up here, and then start marching down this area. And the Reaver is going to be right over here, like right over here. I locked the machine in place too late. Should have done it a bit earlier, but here he is. Couple shots, looks like 3 shots. Kills him. And now you need to hightail it for shelter, because there's going to be an enemy that's going to be shooting a mortar at you. So the shelter is coming right up. It's over to our right now. This was a bunch of craziness that happened in here, because I almost have used up the whole ship, or machine, sorry, and I'm stepping on these guys and almost died over here. And then I go up to one of these Theron guards and try to just melee kill him. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Watch this shit and nonsense. Look at this. I thought I could get away with killing him. I was praying he had just a little bit of life left, but never should have survived this. But since I did, I'll run with it. Definitely will run with it. There we go. Okay, so the next part also grants you a nice checkpoint as well. I would switch to the long shot because the first priority is to take care of the guy with the mortar, the guy who tends to the mortar. Sorry. Okay, let's give somebody something decent, I guess. Pick back up the long shot, and as you approach the ramp over here, you're going to get a checkpoint, which is very kind. I appreciate that quite a bit. The mortar is just dead ahead, right over. See where he is? Take his head off. And at some point over here, Marcus says run, but only listen to him if you're playing on casual or normal, or I guess hardcore, because then you can get picked up as well. But on insane, running and trying to just run through all this stuff is going to be a death sentence for you. You're going to be so dead. And then just be careful up here, because sometimes the barge that drops off those enemies can hit you with a blast, so you need to be very careful about that. Getting pushed out of cover over here, don't you just freaking love that, man? Happens more often than you might think. It's easy to get surprised by the guards over here too, because sometimes they like to pincer you. There's a ramp over to the right connecting these two zones. Sometimes I've had one of the guards go back that way that we came on the ramp, and it just completely snuck up on me. See the ramp right there? Up and to the right, it connects these two platforms. I don't know what the guy was doing that time that he did that, but I got shot in the back and killed. Or maybe he just chainsawed me. There's nothing worse than getting chainsawed in this game. Nothing worse. Okay, now we need to head into the trench over here. And there's a few specific things that you need to do. Biggest priority down here is to watch out for the boomer. There could possibly be two boomers, so maybe use a torque on these guys. Yeah, we've got a boomer winding his fucking horn, per usual. And then there are some gates behind us that I believe only open. Oh, we have some wretches too. Lovely. But to get the gates, see those gates over there? To get those gates to open, I think you have to go down to the right and go approximately near to where the long shot is on the ground. It's kind of silly, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So I did go up here, and I stood here waiting for the gates to open, but you'll only know that you've done it right if you get a checkpoint up here. So yeah, it's not going to work. Last time I did the walkthrough, I frag tagged over there, but it just didn't do enough. So now I realize that we do have to go down this path. It's going to be a dead end. You can pick up some more long shot for yourself, and then once we get back to where we just were, we're going to get a checkpoint. So don't worry about screwing this part up here, because you get a checkpoint. Should be a checkpoint like right here. There it is. So I'm going to use my boom. How do you feel about this level? Because the next level is going to be dark, just like this one. It's called Blackout. I kind of like it. But there's some more boom shots down here. I might give one to somebody. I'm not sure. Or maybe I'll just save it for myself. Okay, so now we need to be coming up here. There's going to be a train that comes whizzing by. And I think this is an armored Cantus. I can't tell, though. Let me see. Yeah, armored Cantus. It's not always necessary to have the reticle red on some enemies, because when you're compensating for the arc of the gun, you can still hit enemies even if your reticle is white. So I'm out of my boom shot. So I just gave my wife an empty boom shot. So I guess that could be her anniversary present for all I care, right, guys? A few more guys in here. A lot more craziness, actually. But there's going to be a room coming up where it's kind of strange because this fight only occurs on this chapter, and then what happens is if you it kind of blends this chapter and the next. The next fight, it kind of blends into both chapters. But if you start the next chapter, you don't have to do the fight that we're doing now. So it's quite strange. And I'm going to be ending the video the moment the next title card comes up. Okay, throw the switch. This is going to open the gate. We're going to be going into the elevator, not the train tunnel down here. And I don't think I picked this up. I might, but there is a long shot if you want it. It's going to be up some stairs, and I'll show you exactly what stairs. So if you go up the stairs right over here, there is a long shot up there. I'm not sure if I go after it. No, I don't go after it. I want to hightail it up here. And then as you come down here, you're going to be dealing with some boomers in the next room. There's 2 boomers, actually. If you go this way, the boomers are always over to the right and can be head popped quite easily. So there we go. So satisfying. Just kill the rest of the guys. And the next chapter starts in the room outside, literally. And it's got some bullshit to it. But the saving grace of it is that you can use a silverback on it. Okay, I will see you in the next chapter. Please take care.